I have so many interests and things I want to do in my life, and it's overwhelming. This is such a common thing that I notice with people, and I'll be completely honest with you. I also, had a lot of this, and I always thought of myself as a never finisher, right? I never finish anything, and my, parents really, not my parents, strictly my mom, really drilled in this idea into me, right? That why don't you ever set out to finish anything? And that really left a big self-impression on me, right? Like when I think of myself as a guy who always is interested in doing things, but never finishes it. So this person wants to draw, wants to 3D model, animate, photography, coding, and blah, blah, blah. And, went to a Raptors basketball game. Now I want to be an NBA game player. But here's the key part here that I want you to notice. So the worst part is that I constantly change my mind on what I want to do, especially with my university degree. I'm in, BTM, but I had thoughts of switching to computer science. So 1 hour I would be, okay, I'm dead set on switching to computer science. But then the next it becomes, actually, I'll stay in business technology management. I only want to do computer science to work as a game developer. I don't need CS for that. And then, you know what? I'll switch to computer science. It's getting so annoying. And I completely agree. It is very annoying, right? So we think it's our inability to, make a decision and stick with it. We think it's because of our lack of, knowledge around what's the best option for me. But do you know what the actual issue here is? I'll just reference my comment here. Having lots of interests itself, there's no problem with that. I have hundreds of interests as well. But the problem here, the pattern of the problem that I want everyone to see, not just this person here, is when you decide, that's when you keep having doubts. When you decide to do something, suddenly everything else looks better than what I'm doing right now. Although what I'm doing right now is a result of it looking good when I was working on something else. The pattern is I don't like whatever I'm doing. This usually comes from I don't trust myself to do the best thing for myself. And therefore, I always am in the need to look for something better, something more right to do. If you're gonna change this behavior and stick to something, you have to be willing to change this pattern. And why do you have that pattern? How can you work towards it? This is highly individualized, and the answer lies within you. So now my invitation to you in this relatively short video is, why don't you have credibility on the things that you decide to do?